Welcome to Captain Help, the Art of Debating, a mini-series that helps you think clearer, speak calmer, and stay sharp when conversations heat up. Each episode looks at one key part of strong debating, and this first one is about principles, the ground you stand on before the talking even starts. You know that moment in a debate when you start to lose your footing? You began confident, facts, logic, clever points, and then someone challenges you, and suddenly your argument feels shaky. It's not that you're wrong, it's that your foundation isn't there. You've built your argument like a house of cards, quick, clever, but fragile, and then one small why, and it collapses. Let's be honest, debating tricks work. You can sound confident, use clever phrasing, control your tone, all good stuff, but tricks only make you look strong. Principles make you be strong. They give you confidence that doesn't depend on the room or the other person or how fast you can think. When you know why you believe what you believe, you stop performing. You start speaking with conviction. And that confidence, that's what people trust. A principle is the reason behind your reasons, the deeper value that drives your thinking. For some, it's fairness. Everyone deserves a chance. For others, it's freedom or responsibility or respect. They sound simple, but they're powerful because they connect your logic to emotion. Principles are the link between what you think and what you feel. That's what makes people listen. Here's how you find your principles, a quick mental workout you can do before any debate. Ask yourself, why? Not once, but 7 times. Let's try it. I think everyone should recycle. Why? Because it helps the environment. Why is that important? Because it keeps air and water clean. Why does that matter? Because people and animals stay healthy. Why do you care about that? Because everyone deserves to live safely. Why? Because fairness means not leaving your mess for others. Why fairness? Because everyone's life has equal value. Why is that so important to you? Because I believe respect for others makes society work. You started with logic, recycling, and you ended with emotion. Respect. That's your principle. That's your foundation. Finding your principles is only the first step. The next step is to use them. Here's how. First, use them to focus. When the discussion drifts, your principles bring you back. Like, let's not get lost in details. For me, this is about fairness. Second, use them to connect. Principles speak to emotion. They make your argument human. When you show what you stand for, people relate to you, even if they don't agree. Third, use them to guide your structure. Your principle is your theme. Everything you say should connect to it. It keeps your story clear and consistent. And finally, use them to stay calm. When you know what you stand for, you don't panic when someone pushes. You just return to your foundation. Principles don't just make you smarter, they make you calmer. Confidence doesn't come from memorizing facts, it comes from knowing your ground. And, when you speak from that ground, you connect, because people don't just hear your logic, they feel your conviction. That's what turns debating from a fight into communication. Before your next debate or big talk, ask yourself, what's my main principle here? Why does it matter to me personally? How can I show it clearly and naturally? If you can answer those 3 questions, you're ready to step into any debate with confidence and heart. So yes, learn the techniques, practice the comebacks, use the tricks. We will discuss these in next episodes, but don't skip the groundwork, because principles aren't decoration, they're preparation. They give you focus, confidence, and connection. They make you steady in the storm. And once your foundation is solid, it's time to start building your structure. That's what we'll cover next time. How to structure your arguments so people can follow and remember them. This was Captain Help. Thank you for watching and hope to see you next time.